Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. So for today's tutorial, we'll be making a reversible satin bonnet. That's what you can use to cover your head, either when you are going to bed or when you are going about your daily activities. And for those of us that are keeps our natural hair, that's for the natural hair girls, you actually need a satin bonnet. You actually need a satin bonnet. You make sure that the material you are using is satin. So for today's tutorial, this is the fabric that we'll be using. This fabric that we'll be using, they are actually a satin material. So I'm going to keep this and then cut this one first. The length I want to use for mine is 13 inches. I don't want it to be too big or too small. If you want yours to be bigger, you can actually increase, and if you want it to be smaller, you can reduce. So it all depends on what you want. So for mine, since my length will be 13, so what I'll do is to measure 13 here, 13, and then fold. I want to make sure that they are equal. So I have 13. So what I'll do is to also fold it again, and also make sure that it's 13. I'm going to cut this rough edge out, so my measurement will start here. So it's 13. So both sides are 13, 13, 13. So I'll go ahead and mark. We're actually trying to get a cycle. So I'll go ahead and mark. This, so you can see what we have. So what I'll do is to also cut this one same way I cut this one. So I'm going to do that off camera. Just know that I'm cutting this the same way I cut this one. So as you can see, I've cut out this one. I cut it exactly like the way I cut this one. So the next thing I'll do is I'm going to place this. This is the right side and this is the wrong side. I'm also going to place, this is the right side of this, so I'm going to place it here. So the right side of this facing the right side of this. So this is what we have. Right side facing the right side. So what I'll do is I'm going to sew it round. I'm going to sew it round, and when sewing it round, I'm going to leave just a little bit space. I'm not going to sew it as round throughout. I will leave just, let's say, probably like 1 inch space that I will use to turn the fabric. So let me go to the sewing machine and sew it. And also, if you feel that when sewing it, the fabric is going to shift, please use your pin to hold it. If you feel it's going to shift, use your pin to hold it. So let me go to the sewing machine and sew it. So as you can see, I've sewed it round. I sewed it round, leaving this little space that will enable me to turn it. So let me quickly do that. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and sew. I'll just use 1 inch. I'll still sew each one because I'm going to use this rubber. I'm going to fix the rubber inside. So I'm going to use 1 inch to sew each one. But before I do that, you can see the way it's looking. I'll have to, press it out. Make sure that you iron it out for it to, be very, very smooth and align with each other. So what I'll do now is, like I said earlier, I'll go and press it and then use 1 inch to sew it round. And then this second sewing that I'm going to sew again, I'm going to sew it round. I'm not going to leave any space. I'll just go ahead and sew it round. So as you can see, I finished sewing it round. So the next thing is to go ahead and insert the rubber into this space that we've created. So that's what we are going to do. And to get the measurement, what you need, there are different ways to actually know as what length of rubber band to use. The number one method is, the first method is to, you can decide to, take the circumference of your head like this. Then you take note of it. I got 22. So what you do is you take the rubber band, and when you try to stretch the rubber band to 22, then you cut. When you cut the rubber band, if you notice, it will not be up to that 22. So you'll be left with this, which is this. Then the second method is it's the very simplest method. It's just for you to, take the rubber band and just place it around your head, and how you want it to, and how firm you want it to be on your head. So you just, remember to add your seam allowance, because you'll be joining them together. So remember to add the seam allowance. Something like this is okay. You see it, then you go ahead and cut. So it all depends on which method is easier for you. So I'll just go ahead and cut it. So this is it. Then I'll be using the safety pin. And then that hole I left the first time, you can see it. The hole I left the first time, I'll just go ahead and insert it all around. So as you can see, it's just left for me to take out the safety pin and then stitch here. So after stitching here, I'll close up this space left. I'll tuck this one in like this and sew it. That's after stitching here. I'll now tuck this one in like this, and then sew it to close up the space. So let me go and do that on sewing machine. So as you can see, our cap is ready. You can see it's very, very beautiful. You can either wear it like this, or you can turn it and wear it like this, whichever way you want to. That's why it's called reversible satin bonnet or reversible satin hair bonnet, whatever name you want to call it.